Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Ranger Slayer. And if you've only ever watched the Power Rangers on TV, then you are thinking, what the heck is that? I'm pretty sure it's the Pink Ranger from the alternate timeline in the comics where Tommy turns into Lord Draken and combines White and Green Ranger and looks kind of cool but has weird old lady hair, and the Pink Ranger decides to dress up like this and kill other Power Rangers. I think that's the story. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It might even say on here, but reading is something. I don't even think it's on there. Yeah, it's not on there. I don't tend to read the packages because who cares? You can let me know if that's the right story or not if you're familiar with it. But either way, it's a cool design. Oh my goodness, it fell over. Well, let's just go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands almost exactly 6 inches to the top of the helmet, which makes it just about 15.25 centimeters. We're going to remove the cape for the sake of the review. And let's see, aesthetically speaking, they did a pretty good job. It's not great. There's a lot of sloppy paint here and there. It's so weird to me how Hasbro's all over the place right now. The G.I. Joe line is just gangbusters. The Power Ranger line seems to be getting worse and worse as it goes in terms of quality control. Marvel Legends are still all over the place. It's such a strange situation. I said that kind of funny, but the paints are not great. They're very cheap looking. They almost look like, and I'm not saying this to be funny or to be rude to people who collect these things, but I know people who collect them, I've looked at them. Funko Pops usually have pretty lousy paint jobs, and that's what this looks like. You can see overlapping colors, like right there. Don't focus on my finger, focus on the paint. It just doesn't look particularly good. Like, they tried a little bit, but not that much. I don't know. It doesn't, if you don't get too close, it's gonna look fine. I do like the way the helmet's glossy. The mouth is silver. They painted the green eyes on there pretty nice. But then we have like not enough pink up here. So it's very kind of iffy, I think is a good way of putting it. They did paint the pink lines on here well enough. You know what? It almost looks like an amateur custom paint job. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Not really like a $5 billion in profit a year company making it, you know. Aesthetically, it still looks cool. Like, the character design is cool, but that's not really the thing I should be reviewing. So as far as the figure itself goes, I don't know. I guess I'll give it a 7. That's probably being a little bit generous, but it doesn't look too bad. There's some nice details on there, so I'll give it a 7 for the aesthetic. Alright, as far as accessories go, we could count the cape. We'll count the cape if you want to. We do get the blade blaster that is folded, which means Billy should have come with a folded one, and anyone else who didn't come with one, if they didn't, I don't remember, should have come with one. She gets one. Why doesn't Billy? If we're only going to get one, give us the folded one, not the open one. As far as hands go, we have the one trigger finger hand, which is okay, and one pointy finger hand. That's for her shooting her bow. And then we get a karate chop and a fist hand. That's pretty cool. We do get a very nicely translucent, very saturated arrow thingy. That's kind of cool. We get a cluster of 3 arrows, and then we have her bow, which looks a whole lot like the sword that Dingleberry uses when he gets a sword from Rita, Green Ranger. So I'm sure that was done on purpose. That's okay for accessories. That's not bad. I'll take it. So that 8, 7. No alternate head, 7. All the other ones have alternate heads, 7. All right. As for the articulation, we're going to get rid of the cape. It does clip on nicely because it doesn't actually peg in, but the collar holds it in place, so that's good. Let's see, the head can look up a little bit, it can look down a little bit. It does seem to go pretty low on the neck. She really doesn't have much of a neck at all. Very strange looking. Butterfly joint goes back really nicely, totally different color pink than right here. Doesn't go forward all that far. Shoulder itself does work pretty well though, full rotation. I want to point out this is all sculpted, so I'm very pleased with that. I didn't really mention it, I probably should have. I like that they sculpted it rather than just painting the pink lines on there. That's good. No bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. Feels like it's going to break every time you use it. Look at that. It's just like barely in there. That peg is very small, but you do get your swivel out of that. and slightly better than 90-degree bend. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. It is a vertical hinge. That is awesome. That's good. Is this hand a vertical? This hand's a horizontal hinge. Diaphragm joint on this figure. How's it work? Well, it's very flat and tapered off there, so that's not aesthetically pleasing. But does the joint work? Joint works pretty well. Ab crunch goes all the way back pretty far all the way forward. Still very limiting because there's no waist twist. Can't do anything to the side other than lean, and that's not good. Alright, that sucks. These are both separate pieces that are glued on, by the way. That's what it looks like. Well, it's all one piece, so it has to be. Alright, hips. Almost splits, that's pretty good. Going forward, not quite all the way up, but that's probably far enough. Thigh swivel is okay. Double jointed knee is okay. And then for the ankles, it's essentially a ball hinge because you have that rotation there. Oh no, it's very soft plastic. Be very careful when you try to bend the ankle that you don't just rip this out, although it probably just unpeg. Still be careful. So the feet go pretty far back and pretty far forward, and you have an ankle rocker there, which you can use that ball hinge and get a really nice ankle rocker. So that's cool. Very soft joint though. Odd plastic choice. It's not bad though. Articulation on this figure, I'm gonna give 8. Give an 8. It's not bad. It's alright. It's pretty good. Okay, so final verdict on this release. I'm gonna say it gets... Compared to the other Power Rangers, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Compared to other lines, it's not, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna compare it to the other Rangers. It's one of the better releases, so I'll give it an 8. Let me know what you guys think about this figure and what you thought about the review. Give the review a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and as far as the figure goes, just let me know in the comment section. Don't be one of those people who gives a video a thumbs down because you don't like the figure. That's not how it works, and it hurts my feelings, so please don't do that. If you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos up almost every single day, and I have thousands of videos already on the channel for the days I don't upload, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.